Why ain't you doing it?
It's too much work. If it was thin
Oh,
and I
okay.
didn't have no line.
No, I was look, man. Hey, yeah, I'm embracing it. Look, it's cool. It's cool. I've been
Trust me.
bald a while,
I
so
know a lot of women like love that
I'd
shit.
rather have hair, but he's just why ain't you doing it? Oh wow, I said that about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, because when it comes up, it's a little delay. All right.
All right,
Oh,
and you'll just have to run them down. I don't, since I'm using my
well, I got it.
phone.
Right, I
Okay,
got
I was
them
gonna
all.
say I can't
I
I
got them
can't look
all.
at my phone to kind of reference the matches. So yeah, you'll just have to. Now, who is that? Tori
Good,
Wilson?
man. We good. We
Is that
good.
Tori?
Yeah, it's Tori Wilson.
Yeah. See, she's another one that's in there. I mean, you know,
All right, well,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. Um, doing things a little different this weekend. It's WrestleMania weekend, so I'm not editing anything except audio for the podcast. Audio, video wise, everything's gonna be live. So, um, we've got the Rob and I've got the Hall of Fame in the background. So we may be looking up as we do our predictions, but it is our prediction show, and it is WrestleMania weekend, and it's the biggest weekend of the year, so to speak. Uh, my birthday was yesterday, but I almost look. I kind of look more forward to WrestleMania even more than that. So, Rob, this is becoming more of a tradition. With the 3GW crew, gonna be in the building for night two, and I'm excited. I'm excited for both nights, but I'm definitely more excited for night two. So how's it going, man? How you feeling? It's WrestleMania.
Hey, you know what, man? Like you, if you're a wrestling fan, this is your Super Bowl. This is the biggest event of the year. I am definitely excited. I think this is a stacked card both nights, and I can't wait to talk about it, and definitely can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, for sure. Um, two nights, it's still an adjustment for me. The 2 night thing, I do still prefer the one. It would be awesome if they could get this on one card, one night on a Saturday, and then I'd have Sunday to recover. I did not request Sunday off, so hopefully that Monday, I'm gonna be dragging ass that Monday at work. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But anyway, we got a lot of matches to get through and to get to. So before we do that, though, I do need to shout somebody out because I saw this comment and it really struck a chord with me in a positive way. Um, Zach Trail 4235.
All right, Zach Trail.
And he commented and on one of the posts I made about my grandfather passing. And he says, I know and I understand how difficult it is to lose somebody special and precious and close to you. Just keep in mind that you guys literally were the ones that got me happy when I went through depression. You guys helped me through hard times, losing my grandmother 5 years ago and losing my uncle and 3 close best friends. So you're not the only one here. I am here. I am your number one fan, and I will continue to watch your Trying to Laugh reaction videos. Stay safe, be happy, and brotherly love to you guys.
Wow,
Yeah.
man, I just really want to thank
Zach.
Zach Trail. Yeah, I mean, we got to get you on the show. We really appreciate hearing those words. We've been doing this a while, and we're trying to build this audience, but hearing stuff like that, I mean, man, really, I mean, I'm touched. It just really, really, yeah, man, gets to me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, the thing that I've kind of been pushing lately is men's mental health. And That's primarily why. I mean, my cousin has been on here. She's a female, but primarily it's only males on here, and this has been an outlet for all of us. It's a way to escape and a way for us to. It's become much more than just talking wrestling. I guess, long story short, obviously we do the trying to laugh videos that so many of you love. So we will continue to do them. We will never stop doing them. And as Rob said, please, please, please shoot me an email at thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. I would love to have a conversation with you and potentially have you on as a guest, or at the very least, just come on and talk for a little bit. Because that is a something I was gonna start doing, was just having guy talk, because our mental health matters just as much as anybody else. We're wrestling fans, we sports fans, and we do the YouTube thing, and we hope we want to be successful, but at the same time, we're still human beings. We go through regular stuff. We still work day-to-day jobs. So
yeah, man. Yeah.
We do this because we love it, period. So appreciate you again, Zach. Really do. That really touched me. So I had to share that live here on our prediction show. It's WrestleMania weekend. So, like I said, 2 nights. We're going to start off night 1. And they pretty much gave it away Monday on Raw that John Cena and Austin Theory were going to kick off WrestleMania. So that is where we're going to start. And I'm going to throw. I have to get that damn graphic up. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, I could see it. It just looked a little different, but I could see it.
Yeah. All right. So, Ambassador John Cena taking on Austin Theory for the United States Championship. I'm sure a lot of people remember WrestleMania 20. That was the first time John Cena won the United States Championship, defeated the Big Show with the giant AA, or FU at the time. And now, WrestleMania 39, almost 20 years later, he's facing off against another young buck. A lot of people making that comparison to John Cena. So, who you got?
Okay, well, it's a bit of a tough call, but I know which way I'm going. Look, it's John Cena, Super Cena. All right. No. I'm not saying that's my pick.
I thought you said
Setting
okay.
up what my pick is going to be. Typically, when John Cena is in a match, you wouldn't pick against him.
Right.
But in this case, I am going to. We all know that John Cena is not a full-time wrestler. All right. He's, when I say he's one of the greatest, I'm not saying he's one of the greatest wrestlers, but obviously one of the most popular. Maybe that's the better way to say it. Obviously, one of the most popular wrestlers in WWE history. But his time, look, John Cena says it. All right. So I'm just going to turn his phrase on him. Your time is past. Theory's time is now. And so I definitely think Austin Theory walks away with the win. Maybe it's not clean, but he is going to retain his title. Austin Theory wins.
I have to agree. I was overthinking earlier, and I was saying, well, maybe if they do John winning at Mania, and then you have the open challenge and Austin Theory answers on Raw, and then he gets it back. But that just kind of seems too much, like doing too much, I guess. So yeah, I will say, you kick off Mania, a hard fought win, and John can start to lose that Hulk Hogan part of his character, because for so long he didn't want to put anybody over. Well, he just didn't put anybody over. this will be a way for him to do that and give back. And they have so much invested in Austin Theory. He needs to win. You can't. And the other reason why I would say he needs to win is because you can't hot potato that United States Championship. When you do that, you take the credibility away from it. So that being said, John Cena will do the honors, as he should, at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, that's just where John is at in his career. He put Roman over, and I'm still not sure what happened in that match he did with Bray. That what was that match? The
Firefly Funhouse match.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Bray got over in that one. So yeah, see, that's just where he is in his career, and I respect that because when you appreciate the business, you had your time, and then you give back to those who are on their way up, and I think that's what Cena will do tomorrow night.
Okay, got this fatal 4-way WrestleMania showcase match: Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. I was talking to Doc earlier, and I said if they would just put the stipulation on it, this was a number one contendership match, I would be more invested because it would have meaning. It would have stakes. It would have stakes. And I also think they could have added a ladder stipulation to this to make it a more exciting match. But maybe they don't want to do that because they already got Hell in a Cell. They don't want to take away from Money in the Bank. Fine.
Right.
But you still could easily say whoever wins this match is automatically number one contender at Backlash. It's easy. But I'm going to go with WrestleMania Hollywood. I'm going to go against the grain a little bit because I think they need this more than any other team in this match. I'm going to go with Viking Raiders. I'm picking with my mind, not my heart. I actually like the presentation. I like Sarah Logan's Valhalla, but they need a good win. And I think everybody else in the back, I don't know what Otis is doing. He's got that whole Otis thing. Chad Gable could go on his own at this point. Ricochet and Strowman were thrown together. And I think they want the Street Profits to kind of do like a New Day type of thing where they still the Street Profits, but they're doing their own thing at the same time. So for that reason, I'm going to say Viking Raiders.
Man, it's hard to disagree with that. And I do think they need it more than any of these other teams. But for whatever reason, I mean, even though they've had their chances and always come up short, I'm going to go with the Street Profits. I just think it'll be a way because, look, I don't know what order this comes on the card. We know that Cena and Theory are going to start the show. So if this were to follow, this would be a way to raise up an already deflated crowd because, look, if Theory wins over Cena, the crowd's going to be like, boo. If the Profits win, that's a way to kind of get the crowd back. So I'm just going to say for that reason, because like you, I don't really care about this match. I don't, but I'm just going to say they'll use this to pop the crowd, and so the Profits will win.
Speaking of which, so we're doing this immediately at SmackDown. I should say I didn't get to watch SmackDown because of Mother Nature. I just want to put that out there right now. Fox News took over the entire. They're probably still doing it now. And I saw the opening of SmackDown with the Usos, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. I missed everything else because they took over. But I was able to go back on YouTube and watch the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And I saw that Bobby Lashley won convincingly. His promo after the match. Did you see that interview by chance?
I didn't.
It may be a YouTube exclusive only, so that may be why. He looked clearly frustrated. saying all the right things, but this was saying something else that he was, and he even mentioned, he said, yeah, some things were put on the table and then they were taken off the table. I'm glad to go out there and get a win, but yeah, I'm just gonna stop there. You could tell, and even Captain Kelly could kind of tell that he was pissed that he not on the WrestleMania card. He said, I trained so hard for WrestleMania. I mean, that guy stays in tip-top shape. He's like 45, 46, built like he's 35, you know? So it sucks, man. He deserves to be on the card, but what can you do?
Yeah, and then if you saw the match, you know how over LA Knight was with the crowd. I mean, they were rooting for him, and then when he got eliminated, they were booing. So if you
and you and I have said this for weeks.
Exactly.
Make the damn match. It's easy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not rocket science. And I know we're not in the offices, we're not in the corporate meetings, but certain things just are kind of a no-brainer. Okay. Bray couldn't go for whatever reason. LA Knight, Bobby Lashley. How hard is it to just put it together somehow, some way, have them on the show? Both of them deserve better than to be in that battle royal, which, as we all know, it means nothing. No. They both deserve better, and it would have been an easy solution just to have them on either night. They could have opened the show either night, and I think the fans would have been all about it.
Yeah. LA Knight in LA, when he got eliminated, they booed, but then they immediately cheered and started chanting LA Knight. And I was like, okay, I hope y'all, I mean, that's the thing with wrestling. You're getting a reaction one way or the other, you're over. Yep. And he's gonna get over. He's getting over, should I say. He's getting there.
Yeah.
So I'm in that retrospect, I'm happy for him. It just kind of sucks he's not on the card.
Yeah. So. I don't know what's up with Bray. I don't want to speculate, but I think it's more than just a finger or whatever. I think there's more going on.
Well, what's going on with this? It's 6-woman tag team match. You got Damage Control, Bayley, Io Sky, Dakota Kai versus Trish Stratus, Lita, and big time Becky Lynch. A lot of rumors going around on the internet, mainly about Trish, possible swerve. I don't know. Now, is this for the titles or no?
I thought that it was, but I don't know how you do that. I mean, Lita and Becky are tag team.
Literally every other, no, it's not, because every other match says when it's for a championship and this one isn't. So I guess it doesn't matter. That's so stupid. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna say Becky Lynch and the two Hall of Famers win because they're not for it's not for the championships, and there's no reason to lose if that's the case. I could see if it was for the championships, you're gonna put it back on Damage Control, but the titles aren't on the line. So I just hope it's entertaining and let the baby faces win. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Becky, Trish, and Lita.
Yeah, this is crazy. The fact that it's not for the title now, I really don't know what to predict, but I'm just gonna go with Damage Control because they need something. I mean, obviously they're not going to be getting the titles back tomorrow night, so I'm just going to say somehow they'll win. There will be shenanigans, or we got 6 ladies in the ring. I'll call it shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, like but I'm gonna say that Damage Control wins it because they just need something right now.
Yeah, They do. First time ever. Father versus son at a WrestleMania. Dominic Mysterio taking on his dad, the OG, the Hall of Famer, soon to be. Rey Mysterio Jr. If you're WCW, if you're nasty. This is actually really tough for me to predict because it could go either way. It could be this is the ultimate student versus teacher, in my opinion. You know, I've got 3 boys, so I feel like that could go either way. The way that Dominic's been tormenting Ray over these last 4 months, it would seem like a layup to have Ray win. Or you could go the route of we got to keep pushing the youngster Dominic, so that because he's the future. And then you throw in the aspect Ray's going in the Hall of Fame. This is tough, man. I'm going with my head, not my heart. I'm going to say Dominic because I think that Judgment Day has done a very good job of getting over in the last year. It was kind of rocky in the beginning, especially once they lost Edge. There was almost another version of what was that one terrible faction during COVID?
Oh, Retribution.
Retribution.
I don't know why I remember them, but I do. I wish I could.
It was almost that, but they found a way. Oh, look at Jerry the King Lawler.
Well, yeah, you can't induct Andy without Jerry. I mean, Jerry was central in that storyline the whole time.
I mean, yeah, but he's had a lot of health things going on.
Oh, well, yeah.
So it's good to see him.
Yeah, true. Good point.
But anyway, Dominic, Judgment Day has really gotten over. It's damn shame Damian Priest don't have a match. But anyway, I'm just gonna go Dominic on this one. I think that they want to see the future. That this Triple H era is all about the future moving forward. Ray is going to the Hall of Fame. I think it'll be an outstanding match between father and son. Probably a lot of tributes to Eddie. So, and it may even be an emotional thing, depending on who wins. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just squash the beef and move on. Well, who knows? But I'm still gonna pick Dominic.
Man, much like you, this is a tough one because first of all, is there a bigger heel in wrestling right now than Dominic Mysterio?
Nope. MJF might have had the crown for a little while.
Yeah,
he got it now.
Man, no doubt. So, do you in any way diminish that if you have Dominic lose? Maybe not. I don't know. It just depends on how it plays out. Rey Mysterio, Hall of Famer, officially, legend. You could easily see him winning, and I would love nothing more than to see, Ray win and then, go old school, whip out like a leather belt and just spank his son across the ass like my dad used to do me when I was little, just to set him straight. Yeah, man. But man, this here's the thing. I don't think this is the only match we see between these two. As we all know, Backlash tends to be a lot of rematches between these.
Right.
What we see at Mania. Backlash is going to be in Puerto Rico. So, they will have a Hispanic crowd there. I could easily see this one being
have a thing, something to do with that.
Yeah, I could easily see this one getting run back. Boy. Look, I'm going to say that Rey Mysterio has done everything in this business that any wrestler can do. I'm going to say that he is going to let his son get over on the grandest stage of them all, and he's going to lose this one to Dominic in an effort to elevate him. Maybe they run it back at Backlash and Ray gets over, but I think he's going to. What better way and who better to pass the torch to than your own son? And I'm going to say that's what Ray does here, and Dominic wins it. And I think that the crowd is going to be all over this match. We're going to hear the loudest crowd reaction of the night during this match.
Definitely. Because they hate Dominic. He can't, even on a SmackDown or Raw, he just touches the mic and they lose it.
Right. and we know, hey man, they're from the 619, San Diego. Right. So yeah,
so it's not far off.
Gonna be all over this one.
Yeah. This one, this has a lot of story. This WrestleMania probably has the best consistent told stories leading into these matches. And that's what you and I have talked about for years. You just can't put people on the card just because, they got those showcase matches that are just kind of thrown on there. I guess you kind of got to do it, whatever. But for the most part, almost every single match has had a build up and has had a backstory and makes sense for it to be at WrestleMania. So I greatly appreciate that.
Yep.
All right. As Andy Kaufman goes into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, this is kind of a.
You know what? We should do a movie review of Man on the Moon.
I've already seen that movie, and I mean that's a good movie. I mean, I don't want to say too much if we are going to do a review, but that's a really enjoyable movie. And
didn't Jim get nominated?
He may have. He did a great job as Andy Kaufman in that movie. Andy Kaufman is just one of those kind of weird characters. It's hard to capture him, but Jim Carrey did a brilliant job doing it, and that movie was really well done.
Okay. Yeah,
and Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen it. So I was a kid when that movie came out. So
yeah, Jerry the King Lawler appears as himself in that movie, as do some of the cast members of Taxi, the TV show that made Andy Kaufman famous.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. I remember when it came out, but I was so young, I still didn't go to radar movies. So
yeah.
But I definitely want to check it out. Now, this match right here has a lot of intrigue. You and our dearly departed have, and if he was here, he would probably still stick to his guns, saying,
"And I'm sticking to mine."
Charlotte is the GOAT of today.
Yes,
of today, not period, but just today. Y'all don't care, male, female, whatever have you.
Hey, if you're the best, you're the best.
You're the best.
It shouldn't
right?
matter the gender. That shouldn't matter.
But I gotta tell you, at first I was a little iffy about Rhea's choice, but it makes sense now because I feel like Rhea has finally arrived and has finally found that perfect character that fits her, and they have booked her properly. You know, you and I can attest to we watched those Mae Young classics. We first saw Rhea Ripley, and I don't know if we talked, but even then, it was kind of like she was getting compared to Charlotte before, all the video packages and everything else. Everybody's comparing to Charlotte. Tall, blonde, athletic, built. And Rhea has done everything in her power to separate herself from Charlotte, except they keep flashing. And this time it feels different. We've talked about this. This is the modern day Austin Rock feud, or you could say compared to Becky and Charlotte, that type of feud. These two while they had the best match at WrestleMania 36, which was the COVID, as Booker called, Performance Center Mania. They had the best match, but there was no crowd to elevate it properly. They're gonna have that this time, and I think it's fair to say Rhea probably wasn't ready for that light just yet. Now I believe she is. Now I believe it's her time. She has way more confidence. Her in-ring is so much better, and people believe in her more now than they ever have, and they should. So for that, I'm picking. If it hadn't been obvious now, I'm choosing Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think it's Rhea's time. Now, I stick, as you said, to my guns, and I'm going to represent my guy, but Charlotte, to me, is still the best wrestler in the world. Seth Rollins is right up there. Unfortunately, AJ Styles just hasn't been around. I mean, you can't call a guy the greatest who hasn't been wrestling. All right. For a long time, I thought he was the greatest. Charlotte just does everything that a great wrestler does, but we're not here to debate that. We're talking about her versus Rhea. Despite everything I just said about Charlotte, I do think Rhea is going to win. We've said it for a long time. Rhea is just a superstar. She is young. She has everything you need to be a legend in this business. It is just her time. And I do believe Charlotte eventually is going to be the first one to break her father's record. In order for her to do that, she has to lose some. She's, I believe, a 14-time champion now, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
In order to beat her father, she has to be an 18-time champ. Well, you're going to have to lose. She's going to have to lose. I do believe she'll lose to Rhea tomorrow, but we are going to see Charlotte as champion again eventually. But it's Rhea's time. You need some new younger talent, and Rhea is the perfect lady at this time to do that with.
Agreed. And I'm gonna hammer that point home once we get to night 2. So, what I think is going to be the absolutely positive, and I hope I'm hoping not jinxing it, but I don't think it's jinxable. I think this is going to be the show stealer match of the weekend. And I already have, look, it took time. It took a while, a long time, whatever, to come around. But I believe that this is going to steal the freaking show because these guys are so damn athletic. Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins.
There you go.
Let me get it right.
Yeah, get it in there. I'll be wearing a t-shirt. I'm wearing 2 t-shirts tomorrow. I'm going to wear my Charlotte t-shirt during her match. I'm going to wear my Seth freaking Rollins t-shirt during his match, representing my Iowa homeboy.
Right on. Outside of just saying it's going to probably steal the show, the way the match has been built, Logan's the heel, Rollins is the babyface. Seth Rollins is going to win and catapult himself back in title contention, hopefully. So keeping this one short and sweet, Seth Rollins.
I'm doing the same. It's going to be Seth Rollins. Like you, I do think this will be the show stealer. And I spoken previously about the crowd reaction during Ray and Dominic. I still maintain that will be the biggest crowd reaction, but this one will be second. We already know before the match, we're going to hear 75,000 people.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, imagine that, a stadium full of people. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So, but I do believe Seth is going to win, and we'll also hear that same vocalization on the way out.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be great. Damn, Charlotte, you got enough makeup on? Shit.
Yeah. Was her
You
husband
don't
with her?
need that much makeup. That's the thing.
No. Was Andrade there? I heard he's dealing with some sort of injury or something.
I don't know. I didn't. I mean, he was there last year
Okay.
while working for AEW. He was there, so it's not outside the realm of possibility for him to be there again this year. I didn't see him. They did a real close up shot of Charlotte, so he might be there, and they just didn't show him.
Yeah, just a quick aside, and I don't know if it means anything, but during the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I heard Michael Cole mention Cesaro's name. They were talking about previous winners. He actually mentioned Cesaro by name. I thought
They've
that was
been
kind of
doing
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
They have not been treating the audience like we're stupid. Charlotte cut a promo and mentioned Sasha.
Yeah, true.
So okay. We're here. Let's just talk about it now. This whole thing about Vince being back and being hired again and being in creative. Okay. Vince being back in any type of role with the company, obviously he's gonna have opinions. He's gonna talk to Triple H. He's gonna talk to people, and he's gonna say yada yada yada. The overall presentation of the show has not changed. They are still the commentary has not changed. Storylines didn't all of a sudden change. The only one that was dropped was the Bray Wyatt thing. Everything else stayed the course. So yeah. And the one thing Vince hated, he didn't want to talk about referees, but he didn't call referees by their first name. He didn't bring up history, especially if people are no longer with the company. That is still happening. It's still going on. As of today, last week, they keep bringing up names. So, like Michael Cole has been so much better on commentary since Triple H took over. And it continues. So while people are saying what they're saying online, and Vince McMahon and this and that and this and that, if Vince is with the company and it is staying the course, I don't care. Just stay the course. And that's all I got to say about that.
I agree. I've heard these stories. It just doesn't bother me because I just feel like we have great matches lined up, and I think they will play out well in the ring. I don't think Vince will have any effect on that at all. So I'm not worried about it either. But I will say that I just wish Vince would go away and stay away. But it is his company. So,
And what I believe should be the main event of night one. We'll see what happens. I don't think there could be a bigger match for night one, but that's just me. The Usos, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, defending against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I 1000% believe this should be the main event. This is next to the main event on night two. This has been the most emotionally charged storyline that the WWE has right now. It has to go on last.
yep.
I think outside of Ray and Dominic, this will be the most crowd interactive match of the night. So much has gone into this. So it has to go. To me, it has to go on last. It just does. And because we have to get to night two, I'm just gonna keep it short. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn are gonna win. This, unlike Judgment Day, this is going to be the downfall of the bloodline right here. And it starts now. It has to happen. You gotta do something different. And woo!
There he is, styling and profiling.
Look at him. Hunter right up front.
Yep. Man, he's old. He's old though, man. He looks old.
Yeah, he can't only do that first step.
Man, I mean, I was like 12, 13 when I saw him for the first time in person. And I'm Well, shit, I'm just saying, I'm 57 now. That's he's old.
Man, you don't look
Oh
a day
shit.
over. Man, you don't look your age at all, man. Not
Oh,
even close.
I don't feel it. I don't feel it either, man. I appreciate that. I don't feel it either. But the reality is
Yeah, the
that
reality.
is my age. But yeah, man, I remember seeing it. Man, it's been 45 years ago. It's the first time I saw this dude in person. But I've never gotten to meet him. I've just seen him wrestle, several times.
Nice. Oh yeah, for me, it's Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Bloodline's gonna fall. Rome has to fall, as they say, and it's gonna start here. Period.
Man, I'm going to quickly agree because we do have more matches to get to. But yeah, it is going to be Zayn and Owens. I think this will be a good match. All of these guys are great workers, but it's going to be Zayn and Owens, new undisputed tag team champs.
All right, and that is the conclusion of night one. So, for those watching, night one, we're doing a podcast. We're doing the live show. Night two will be a live show with all of us here. Doc, tentatively.
Hey, look, Doc, come on, man. I'm driving 4.5 hours to get there, man. How long you got to drive? Come on, get there, bro. I've
45
never
minutes.
met you, so get there.
Yeah. He's only 40 minutes away from me. So, all right. Night two. Gonna get into it here with a match that you put your head down immediately. So let that tell you. Asuka versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. Not the best build whatsoever. That does not dictate how the match is going to go, but it just has not made me care. Like last year, I guess it's tough because last year Bianca and Becky, everybody cared about that. Now, okay, I'm just gonna put it out here now. I honestly think that Bianca's gonna retain. I do. I don't see a reason for her to drop the title to Asuka. They haven't booked Asuka properly, even with this new heel-ish thing she's got going on. I don't know what she is. And for that reason, I don't see a reason for Bianca to drop the belt, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to say Bianca.
Boom. You hit it right on the head. Now, everybody on this podcast who listens knows I love me some Asuka. But this new gimmick of hers, I don't know what to make of it. Is she a heel? Is she a face? Bianca right now is just still the best lady to have the title. That's just what it really comes down to. Asuka will give her a good match. I think it will be entertaining, but there's just no reason to put it on Asuka.
No,
there just isn't. Bianca is still just the better one to carry the torch right now. So yeah, I agree. I hate saying it, but yeah, Bianca's going to retain.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't have. I mean, every title match can't change hands. Somebody's got to retain. So,
Oh yeah, yep. This is like you said, the build, this new character of Asuka's, it's not working for me anyway.
mm-mm.
I wonder what Inside Man thinks, but we'll find out from him on Sunday,
Yeah,
or maybe in the group chat.
I'm glad I'm glad these matches are on night two. That's what I say. Because I definitely want to see everybody's reaction, especially for this match. If the Beast can pick up a giant. So this past Raw went way better than that first time they met in the ring. That was how you do that. I am truly actually in question as if Brock can pick him up. It has more to do than just the weight. Omos is just so large. I can't see him. He might be able to do it. He's gonna have a hard ass time doing a suplex, and damn sure doing the F5. It's probably gonna take more than one F5 if he's able to do it. This is a spectacle type of match, and this is a type of match that I believe that the heel going in this match, being Omos, can get over without going over. So for that, I'm gonna say Brock wins the match, but makes Omos look good so that Omos moves forward, and not backward. But I mean, Brock's got to win. Period.
See, you know, I think if you're talking a German suplex, I believe he can German suplex Omos. It'll be awkward, but I think he can do it. Now, I think this has the potential to be the worst match on the card of the entire weekend. I think the potential is there for that with this one.
Shit.
Now, as far as who wins, I would like to see Omos win because I would like to see Brock at this point in his career be willing to put the newer guy over.
My jaw would hit the floor. I'm telling you right now.
But I just don't think. Look, I'm not saying Brock is a bad dude. I just don't think he feels like he's at the point in his career where he just wants to put Omos over. You know, Brock is still dictating. You know, they wanted him to wrestle Bray. He didn't want to wrestle Bray. So he's not wrestling Bray. So Brock can still dictate whatever it is Brock wants to do. And I don't think Brock wants to lose to Omos. So I don't think he will. I'm going to agree with you that Brock wins.
I think Brock wins not because he wouldn't put Omos over, because you still have to keep Brock as box office. And let's not forget, he did lose to Roman 2 times last year. He's also lost to Bobby Lashley recently. He's got to win. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he's box office because he's Brock, whether he wins or loses.
But, you know, Roman's up here. Bobby's right behind Roman, kind of. Those names kind of make sense. Omos.
I mean, I see what you're saying. There's still time for Omos to get there.
Right.
Brock only has however many more years left. So yeah, I see that. I do see that.
But I mean, even if he only has so many years left, he still looks great. I mean, even Bobby looks great. Being in a match at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar is supposed to elevate you. That's supposed to elevate you by itself. And I think him being so young and so new and getting that honor, I think automatically puts him in a it puts him in the upper mid card, so to speak. Not main event status just yet, even though you are facing Brock, who's the main eventer. It elevates you just being in a match with him. So
yeah, but I think this has some bullshit potential to it.
Oh man.
I'm just saying.
I know. Yeah, ain't not wrong. Okay. All right. And then we got, of course, the women's tag team showcase.
Speaking of some bullshit.
Yeah, now this right here definitely gets the bullshit. Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler versus Lord Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus Natalia and Shotzi Blackheart. I'm still gonna call her Blackheart. Versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Anybody care?
Not me.
Again, not a number one contenders match. Just a match. Ronda and Shayna. Next.
I agree. Ronda and Shayna. Yeah, like you said, next. Let's not waste any more time on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. We don't normally predict grades, but yeah, that one kind of stinky.
Yeah. I can smell that one all the way from Los Angeles, and I'm in Des Moines.
Now this is gonna be a banger after banger after banger. Hard. This will probably be the most hard hitting match of the weekend, and I didn't even got to the Hell in a Cell match yet. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship match. This could I'll say it could steal night 2. I won't say it'll steal the weekend, but I think it could
No,
definitely be the highlight of night 2. So
agreed.
that's kind of like right behind show steal of the weekend. So definitely could see a lot of crowd participation. You're gonna get 10, 12, 15, 20 beats of the Balor, you're gonna get claymores and Glasgow kisses. You're gonna get more
You're going to get
chest
Walter.
night.
Well, I almost called him Walter, but Gunter, those slaps he hits.
Oh yeah, knife edge chops and slaps to the chest. A lot of big meaty men slapping meat, as Big E would say.
You're wrong for that, E.
This is tough. Because I could easily see Gunther going on and keeping this reign going. Because I don't know what he would do if he lost. He has truly elevated the Intercontinental Championship in a way nobody has in years.
Agreed.
Man. I'm going to go with my heart on this one, and I'm going to pick Sheamus. He's been chasing this thing for so long and had these classics. Well, people dare say the best match of 2022 was Sheamus and Gunther at Clash of the Castle.
It was in my top 3.
And so for that, I'm going to go ahead and say Sheamus.
Wow, man. This is another tough one for me to call. And I think the Inside Man would describe this one as a slapper. I think this is going to be a slapper. But I'm going to say Gunther retains. I just think they want to continue to elevate him, to elevate the Intercontinental title. And so that's my pick, Gunther.
I can see that too. Poor Drew. Ain't nobody even thinking about him.
Man, how the mighty have fallen,
Oh, fallen. Well, this is better than last year, though.
Yeah, I mean, he vanquished the Beast just a couple of years ago, and now.
Yeah, ain't nobody even thinking about him.
Nope.
But I am thinking about this match and looking forward to this match. Because I want to see the Devil versus the Demon. And I hope that we get like a different version of the Demon. Not like that, not like we've seen in the past. Even if we do get the old Demon, I'm okay. Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania, you can't go wrong. Anytime they've done a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania, it's always been a hit. And now you're giving me Edge, who's always knocked it out of the park in Hell in a Cell. This might be Finn Balor's. It's got to be his first Hell in a Cell match. He's done I think he's done Elimination Chamber.
He's done Elimination Chamber.
But he's never done Hell in a Cell.
I can't recall. So yeah, I'm gonna say, from my recollection, it's his first also.
Yeah. And it's the first time no, it's not. It's the second time the Demon's been at WrestleMania. But he hasn't done the Demon in years. So this is gonna be great.
The last time he did, he lost.
I know. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
And that may be why they haven't done it.
Demon shouldn't lose, but
And that's why this is kind of simple, straightforward. Demon's gonna win, and that's why. And this is the match that's gonna solidify the rise of Judgment Day, because they are going to have a clean sweep this
Yep.
WrestleMania weekend. That's my prediction for them, is the clean house, and when they're going to win their matches, and Rhea's going to win the title.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah, man, we don't need to belabor this one. I'm in agreement for the same reasons. And I think Edge, look, Edge started the Judgment Day. And so what better way for him to elevate them, like I think was his intention to do in the first place, than to, you know, just 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 lose this one. I don't know how else to say it. He's just going to lose. The Demon is going to win, and like you said, it's going to be a clean sweep for the Judgment Day, and that is how you elevate a faction and how you elevate those individual wrestlers in the match. And so that's what's going to happen. Finn is going to win. I think it'll be a good match. It's hard with Hell in the Cell matches. I've said this before, we've seen so many things done in these matches, but if there are any two performers who can give us something we haven't seen before, it's these two. So there's some hope.
There's a lot of hope, a lot of positivity.
Yep.
It looks like they're inducting a referee for once.
Well, yeah, this is Mike White.
Oh, he's getting the Warrior Award.
The Warrior Award, yeah.
Well, he went by Timmy White.
Tim White. I'm sorry, Tim White. I think I'm getting his name right. It is Tim White. But like I said, man, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Watch some of those. They were called the lunchtime suicides. Something they probably wouldn't do today. I think you can still see those on YouTube unless they've yanked them. Now that they've inducted him into the Hall of Fame, they might have yanked those. But if you can still find them, they're interesting yet disturbing to watch.
Well, what was he talking about?
What you mean?
What was he doing in those?
Man, he was just this guy who was always depressed and always trying to kill himself. You
Oh,
know, he would be interviewed, yeah, and then he'd go off camera and you'd hear a gunshot and you think he'd killed himself, but then you find out, oh yeah, he missed. He didn't quite do it. And then you come back the next week or another week later, depressed about something else and trying to kill himself again in various ways. He was just he that was his whole gimmick, just trying to kill himself. And it was really weird. Like I said, you could not do that today.
it's crazy because him and Earl Hebner died like a day apart or the same day.
Hmm.
It's really strange.
Yeah.
Oh man, seeing him with Scott Hall, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott Hall, for those watching and listening, if you were here for us when we really first started getting on YouTube, and you know MJ Book, he passed the same day as Scott Hall did, the bad guy.
Yeah. There's just some kind of something seems
Something.
appropriate with that, you know.
Yeah. Something.
Just yeah, because you know,
He loves
Book
Scott
always
Hall.
had an affection for the bad guys. I mean, Roddy Piper,
Yeah.
his maybe his favorite wrestler of all time, him and Undertaker. And to me and Book, we always agree that Roddy Piper was the greatest heel ever, and that was Mike's dude.
Let me see this thing about Tim White before we get to the. That's just sad.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember this guy. Like I said, if you can find those, go back and look at them, see what you think. It's weird.
Oh, he was the ref during that match? Okay.
So is Dana Warrior going to come
I
out?
would have just inducted him. I wouldn't have given him the Warrior Award.
I would have to, I'm not listening, so I don't know the reasoning they would have to give him the Warrior Award.
Yeah, I missed the
But
reasoning, but
yeah, so I'm going to have to watch this back with the sound. I'm watching it now, but I don't have the sound down. So
yeah.
it's nice to see APA, JBL, and Ron Simmons coming out.
Man, Ron must have really been wearing some lifts in those boots because he was never that much shorter than Bradshaw.
Yeah, I guess I never really noticed, but man, I mean, of course, Ron was huge. I mean, as far as his
Right, he was
muscularity,
always a huge,
he
big, really,
was
really big
huge.
guy.
That just kind of makes you look bigger sometimes.
He looks great for his age, man.
Oh man, he does. He does. Hey man, look, I wouldn't mess with Ron right now. I mean, the dude still looks like he could do some damage.
I mean, I would shave my head at this point, but that's
Hey man, you know what? Yeah, you gotta let it go sometime. For us with the receding hairlines, you just got to you fight the good fight, and then eventually you just got to let it go.
it's gonna be a dam somewhere.
Oh, there's got to be.
Oh.
Oh, he's going to give it to him. He's just messing with him. There you go. Yeah, he had to do it. Got to do it. There.
Okay, so we'd be remiss.
Yeah. Quick aside there, folks.
Oh
We're
yeah,
back.
yeah. We got the
We're
Hall of
back.
Fame all going. It's WrestleMania weekend, baby. That's why we
Yeah.
live.
Right, exactly.
Be remiss if we didn't mention that The Miz is probably going to show his head a couple times on both nights. He is the host of WrestleMania.
Yeah, books up there going.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's happy about that. No, I'm not, but okay.
None of us are,
Mm.
but whatever. I mean, he didn't get a match, so it is what it is. But we are up to the main event of the night, of the weekend, so to speak. Cody Rhodes challenging Roman Reigns. Okay, for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. I said that right. Keeping my stuff short. This is a layup. Cody Rhodes gonna walk out as the bloodline falls, Judgment Day rises. Rome is going to fall. Roman Reigns, who already is working part-time schedule, is going to take even more of a part-time schedule, take a break. And hopefully it'd be good if he took some time away and then came back. He's worked the last 2 years. I shouldn't say nonstop. His schedule has
Oh yeah, definitely. He has
is
stopped
definitely
many
weakened.
times.
But he's been in the main storyline for the last 2 years straight. So it's a lot. He probably needs a break. He's a family man after all. And it's no secret he wants to pursue, more things in Hollywood. So that being said, predictable isn't bad. It's all about the execution. And some people are even saying Roman could possibly win. I don't see it. I don't see a better time to crown a new champion than right now. You got to do this. You got to finally finish the story with Cody Rhodes as the champ. So Cody is going to be the man. And he's going to beat the man.
Hey, my goat Ric Flair said it. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And I do believe that Cody is going to beat the man. I don't think it's as much of a slam dunk as a lot of people do. I still think there is a world that exists where Roman could win it. But I do think, look, sometimes I always talk about this. Certain things just happen organically. Now, there was no guarantee that when Cody came back, he would be this over and that it would work out this way. But it did. And then Cody gets this terrible injury. We saw the injury in person ourselves, the torn pec, which could have put his WrestleMania status in jeopardy. But he's back, and he's over. And if there is a time to take the belts off of Roman and then time for another person to carry it, now is the time. And Cody is the right guy. He's not only over, but he has the pedigree. We all know and love his father, Dusty Rhodes, one of my all-time favorites, maybe my second or third favorite, after Ric Flair. Met Dusty, loved Dusty Rhodes. And we all know the story of how Dusty, what a legend he was in NWA before it was WCW, came to WWE. They put him in polka dots. To me, just really made a mockery of him. He was never really significant in WWE, never won any titles. And so that's Cody's story, trying to do it for his father. And I think we all feel that, we relate to that. And so he is the right guy to do it. Roman has had one of the greatest reigns we've seen a champion have. But you don't want to overexpose him. You've built up this great villain after so long trying to get him over as a heel and the crowd just rebelling against it. You finally have built this character that the fans gravitate to, even though he's a heel. Don't overexpose him. Now's the time. You have the guy, you have Cody. Let him be the guy for now. Let Roman take some time. Like you said, the bloodline has been, to me, the greatest story in wrestling in the past few years, the past several years. So now the fall of the bloodline is the next story.
Right.
And what do they do after that? So with all that said, Cody wins. And I think he's the right choice. I think it's the right thing to do to put the strap on Cody.
Think of the reaction you get when you have Roman gone for months. And all of a sudden, he shows up at SummerSlam after the main event. No music, just runs to the dentist, comes to the ring again, and attacks Cody again. And said, "It ain't over by a long shot. I ain't forgot about you."
Yep.
Huge pop. You gotta, if you're talking long-term storytelling, this is how you do it. Don't run this back at Backlash. It's not gonna have the same type of meaning.
Nope.
So that's how we feel. But they gonna do their thing. They gonna do what they gonna do.
Yeah, like I said, I don't feel like it's a slam dunk. If you'd asked me this 4 or 5 months ago, I'd have said it's a slam dunk. Cody's going to win. For whatever reason, I don't feel like it's a slam dunk anymore. But that is still my prediction, though.
Yeah. Now, well, let me just say this first. Those are predictions. WrestleMania weekend. I know that with Triple H, this being Triple H's first WrestleMania under his regime, it's probably going to be some surprises. I heard some names. I heard some people on Instagram saying you got to stay tuned for tomorrow because you never know. I haven't read a thing. I stayed away from. I don't do dirt sheets no more. I stayed away. I want to be surprised. I actually hate that I saw this one person Instagram because they're going to announce something tomorrow in the spirit of traditional wrestling. Not going to say who, but they didn't say what it was. They just said they got an announcement and they can't say what it is. Whatever.
Well, we haven't done this in a while. I'm going to throw out a quick couple of chance or no chances. All right. First of all, chance or no chance, we see Stone Cold this weekend.
Steve Stone Cold? Chance.
Okay. Chance or no chance, we see some sort of heel turn, shocking heel turn this weekend.
Strong chance.
Okay. My last chance or no chance, we see Big E this weekend. Not maybe wrestling, but just we see him this weekend in LA at Mania.
Ooh. Man, I'm 3 for 3. I'm gonna say chance. Just because It is LA. We know he can't wrestle yet, and it would be no. You know what? I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna say no chance on Big E. I'm gonna say no
Wow.
chance on Big E.
You know what? I'm going to say chance we see Stone Cold. Definitely a chance, like you, strong chance we see some sort of heel turn. But I'm going to say chance we see Big E. We haven't seen him in a while at a big event. And so, what bigger event to, if you're going to bring him back? Like I said, I don't think he'll wrestle, but I just think the crowd would be happy to see him. I would be happy to see him. So I'm going to say
Oh, I'd be
chance on
happy
that
to
as
see
well.
him.
Yeah.
My wheels just started turning as I was thinking about that. So that's why I said no chance. There's
Okay. All right.
a I got one chance and no chance. It's one that I hope kind of happens. Any chance we get an impromptu match on night 2 just because night 1 has 7 matches and night 2 only has 6?
Mm.
Could there be an impromptu match that we've kind of already hammered home? Certain frustrated
I think I
superstar
know what you're talking about, man. You know what?
that they just squeeze it on
I'm
there.
going to chance it into existence. And I'm going to say chance. And I think you're talking about Bobby Lashley and LA Knight. Even if you didn't have it in mind before tonight, after the reaction LA Knight got tonight,
And
and of
Bobby's
course you had,
clear frustration.
and you and I have hammered it home, it's clearly a no-brainer. Why not? I'm going to say chance.
All right.
What are you going to say?
Yeah, definitely. There's a
Okay.
chance. I don't think that anything in this Triple H regime has been on accident. Bobby, you gotta go on YouTube and watch that interview he did with Kathy Kelly. While he mentioned he was happy about winning the Battle Royal, he made sure he hammered home that, yeah, I had something planned that got taken away. And his face just said frustration. And then that reaction LA Knight got can't be ignored. So
Yeah. And they've been telling this story about LA Knight trying to get on the WrestleMania card. All you have to have him do is walk down that ramp and say, "Hey, let me talk to you." And
let
the
me talk
crowd
to you.
roars. The crowd roars. He
Yeah.
goes to the ring. Yeah, he calls out Bobby or just calls out anybody. He don't even have to name Bobby by it. He just says, "I'm just calling out somebody," and then Bobby's music hits, and there's your match right there.
Exactly.
All right. Before
Exactly.
we go, I'm not trying to, lengthen this podcast. We've gone on a while, but the last thing, we've all seen the set. Impressions.
Incredible.
Agreed.
Absolutely incredible. When you go back to WrestleMania 35, I was so disappointed. Like it was so uh, distractingly bland and basic to what it is now. I mean, that looks incredible. That's how it should be. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. It's on YouTube. You can see the excuse me, the set. Probably got pictures now. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
Uh
it's one
they
of the best
they
they've ever had. I
yeah.
in my estimation.
And that was just us seeing the snippet, seeing it all lit up and just having it in the background and seeing people actually walk down. It's gonna be great. And wow, like all the other extra stuff that they can do with SoFi Stadium, all the way the ceiling lights up. And I'm sure they've got pyro on the outside as well. I mean, they probably are having a field day with that stadium. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a spectacle. They are gonna go balls to the wall at WrestleMania Hollywood. Probably gonna have a lot of celebrities in town, and don't be surprised if you see LeBron James either.
yeah, man.
LeBron has been on WWE before.
Well, I know at least in the audience, we'll see some Lakers, we'll see some Chargers, we'll see some
Dodgers.
Raiders, Dodgers. Yeah, it's LA, man. We're gonna see some celebrities. We're gonna see a lot of people.
Yeah. So on both nights.
Yep.
Definitely night two. Night two for us, especially at 3GW, is gonna be the night for the VIPs to be in the building. And I can't wait. It's gonna be it's always the highlight anytime we all get together. So, and I had spoken to Doc today. He actually bought a belt.
Oh,
He bought a shirt.
okay.
So he is serious about this, about coming out here. So
I got to make sure I pack my belt. I might have to get it out of the rack.
yeah. Please bring your belt. So
yeah, I will.
I'm switching things up behind the bar, decorative wise. And I'm getting things cleaned up. Can't wait. WrestleMania weekend. It's here. It's among us. And make sure you hit us up on all social medias. Gonna be very, very active on Twitter this weekend. I wasn't tonight because I'm trying to do a lot of stuff, but tomorrow kicks off with Stand and Deliver. I'll be watching tentatively. You know, I got so much to do, but I'll be watching. And of course, night one of WrestleMania. There'll be a live stream podcast recording immediately after night one of WrestleMania. So far as myself, Ambassador, of course, and good brother Blake, and possibly Doc. Who knows? Night two, we all here in the building. So that's going to be watch along as well as post show to get our grades and everything. So it's going to be a WrestleMania wrestling field weekend. Only happens once a year, so we're going balls to the wall. We're going to do it all.
Putting work like we always do.
Look at Conan.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
he looks better than I've seen him in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I almost didn't recognize him at first, but yeah, that's Conan. Yeah. Yeah. So as you all know, as we're signing off here, the great Rey Mysterio is about to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So well deserved, and congratulations to him. My only curiosity is, does he get this moment, or are they going to go kayfabe and let Dominic somehow interrupt this whole thing? It'll be interesting to see.
He's very well spoken too.
Well, yeah, like I said, I have my sound down. I'm gonna have to watch this back because
right.
it's been a decent show, but I haven't been
As Rob
listening.
said, congratulations, Rey Mysterio Jr. if you're nasty. And we'll catch you all tomorrow and Sunday, WrestleMania weekend. Enjoy, everyone, and take care.